God, you gotta feel so bad for Omaha. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gigantic Friday. Yes, so glad you could be with us now. Oh, hold on. I don't know if there we go. Now we're on. Okay. My headset wasn't plugged in there. So, yeah, we are here. It is Friday. We have a couple of little update-ish little things here. We were supposed to have $1 Million Drop live here later tonight. However, unfortunately, that is not going to be happening. I was out of town today because my dad had, as some of you know now, my dad has medical problems. So, obviously it's going to be hard to do things. I mean, things have already been challenging for me in terms of that. So, so we had to go out of town to deal with him today. So now we are back here and we're ready to go. So don't be surprised if I have to go leave and help him for a second. But yeah, that's going to be the new norm, at least for a little while yet. So yeah. Anyway, that's why we will not be having the $1 Million Drop live tonight. The plan is to have a double header of $1 Million Drop lives next Friday. So we'll have the $1 Million Drop live at 5 p.m. Eastern and then at 7 p.m. Eastern, kind of like that, a 2-part doubleheader type thing. And then we'll still have to make up that final episode before the season is up. So yeah, in fact, the season is supposed to end, well, at least the winter season is supposed to end here in at the end of February. We might have to tack on an extra, we might have to tack into March 1st, but that's okay with me. That's if we have to, so, and that's probably what we're going to end up doing. So yeah, that's what's going on. And then tomorrow night, there will not be Gigantic Saturday. I know the Muskies are in Sioux Falls. Instead, we will still have a recap video. However, though, it'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, 10 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have a recap video type thing and do a little game or do our regular song of the night, except for there's going to be 2 songs of the night. Then we'll have our game of the night. And then, so that's basically what's going to be tomorrow night. However, though, like I said, because of that, I said there was a school dance. I'm not going to that. I'm going to get caught up on work and obviously helping out with my dad, obviously. So, because that's the new norm for me now. So I kind of have to do 3 jobs, go to school, my YouTube, and then help him, basically. And those are my 3 jobs, which don't get me wrong, I love doing them, but things after today are going to start to change a lot. I'm not sure how it's going to affect content yet, but I'll kind of let you know on that as things progress. But anyway, let's get to the real bread and butter of tonight. Now, I said poor old Omaha to start things out. Well, there was a reason why I said that. Last night, the Muskies were in Omaha, and safe to say, Omaha, yeah, I see, everybody wants to feel bad for Omaha after, what I said about them the last time out. But, because, as you know, Friday night, and I went on big rants about that both on Saturday, and then on Tuesday night, as you know, I wouldn't say the dirtiest player, but he's for sure one of the dirtiest. 81 penalty minutes in 10 games. Yeah, that's got to hurt, obviously. He was already on a 3-game suspension to start out the year in terms of the calendar year. So yeah, obviously, this didn't help his case because David Posma, as you know, he first kind of tangled our guy Shazy's leg around, and then as he was going down, 1 chop, 2 chops, 3 chops, like that, and he was down. That final one, obviously, right to the face, which is just nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, because of that, he was suspended for 20 games. Or excuse me, 17 games. He'll be back with, I believe, 7 games left to go. Or 6 games rather. I don't remember the exact number, but yeah. So either way, it's going to be the end of the season before he comes back. And some people are trying to define him, saying like, "Oh, it's just a teenage kid, and it's hold on, I want to see because there's a USHL discussion group on Facebook that I'm in, so."
He comes chasing after.
Yeah, apparently there's this diehard Lancers fan who's trying to, I guess, defend what he did. I think that's the best way of saying it. Yeah, because this girl said Posma's a teenager being told what to do by a grown man who gets paid to throw a once respected organization away. Cut the kid some slack. Well, see, the problem with that is the coach might have told him to do that, but he didn't have to do that though. That's the one flaw about that statement. Obviously, there's a whole thread on it, but it's not worth my time, nor is it worth your time to read the whole thing. But it's stupid. I mean, to be fair though, the ownership of the Omaha Lancers sucks ass. Their coach sucks ass, but they don't do a damn thing about it. See, that's the problem though. Omaha, they want to get better, but they're not really fixing the issues they have in terms of, well, not just their ownership, but the arena too. The arena is not very good either. So yeah, rough time for Omaha. But let's get into last night's game. And of course, it started out 4 minutes into the game. Ty Hansen getting his 5th goal on the year, 2nd in defenseman in terms of points, assisted by Tate Pritchard and Brian Nicholas. 26 assists on the year for him. Not bad. By the way, the Muskies don't play tonight, and we'll kind of preview tomorrow night versus Sioux Falls here shortly. But Brian Nicholas tied, he actually holds, he would get assists later on in the game. So I guess we'll kind of go through all the goals and then kind of talk about league leaders after that. And then right at the end of the period with 2:02 left to go, Colin Kessler scored from Giacomo Martino and Finn Loftus. That made it a 2-0 game. And then, of course, Sioux City gets it right, or gets the second period starting strong here right out of the gate. 44 seconds in, Max Strand from Ty Hansen and Caden Shahan. Both those goals, power play goals. So not bad at all. It was a 5-on-3 there at one point. In fact, here we'll kind of check out the penalties here. I guess they really had 5-on-3 with 3 minutes and 2 minutes 57 seconds left to go in the third. But there was, like, if you look at the penalties from 17:03 of the first period, so 2 minutes 57 seconds, and then all the way through with about 16 minutes left to go in the second, there was a guy in the penalty box. 3 for Omaha and then 1 for Sioux City. It was that was just a weird scenario of penalties there. So yeah, that was a bit cray-cray to say the least right there. Yeah, and then the 4th goal, Colin Kessler got his 11th on the year from Cole Tumanero and Joe Mentz. That made it a 4-0 game, and then Omaha did get one. David Deputy unassisted. 4-1 at the end of the second, and Shazy just continues on his league-leading goal, or his league-leading 28th goal on the year from Max Strand and Easton Jacobs, 4 minutes and 49 seconds into the third. That made it a 5-1 game. Yeah, 29. The next person has 25, or excuse me, 28 at the time. He will get one later, as you'll see. But Sasha Boisvert has 25, as well as Austin Bernovic. So now they're neck and neck, I guess you can say. Then Ethan Gardula scored less than a minute later from Brian Nicholas and Sam Court. That made it a 6-1 game. David Deputy got his second of the night from Ryan Kusler on the power play. Basically garbage time by this point. That made it 5-2, especially since Shazy scored again. That made it 7-2 from Max Strand. And then the final dagger at the 14:06 mark, Sam Court from Ethan Gardula. And the final score, just like that, was 8-2 in favor of Sioux City. So if we look at these last 4 games here tonight, or over these last 4 games that Omaha has played, they have given up an average of 8 goals a game. Really, really pathetic. Really pathetic. And the funny thing is, Mikhail Yegorov, he's supposed to be Omaha's main goalie. Well, they let him in. They didn't pull him out till that 8th goal was scored. That's how you can tell their coach sucks ass. Okay? Absolutely pathetic. Yeah, so we're just going to run down the score sheet because really multiple players had multiple points. Ty Hansen, 1 goal, 1 assist. Ethan Gardula, 1 goal, 1 assist. Max Strand, 1 goal, 2 assists. Colin Kessler, 2 goals. Shazy, 2 goals, 1 assist. Sam Court, 1 goal, 1 assist. Brian Nicholas, 2 assists. I mean, oh my God. And then, when you look at plus minus, Ethan Gardula, a +3, Ty Hansen, a +3, then Brian Nicholas, a +3. I mean, the only 2 goals that were scored by Omaha were from David Deputy. So, yeah, just really sad. And then, when we look at the plus minuses for Omaha, Ryan Kusler with a -3, and then Ryan Kroll with a -3. So, yeah, not good for Omaha. They are just not doing real well right now, to say the least. Sioux City went 2 for 5 on the power play and had 40 shots on goal. That's just really embarrassing. Alrighty, well, let's take a look at some scores now from across the USHL here tonight. So Muskegon is leading Youngstown, 14:06 left to go in the second by a score of 2-1. Chicago leads Madison. They're already 1-0. They're just under 2 minutes, or just over 2 minutes into that one, rather. Excuse me. And then right now, Fargo leads Sioux Falls 1-0, 32 seconds in. Des Moines is at Lincoln, and then Des Moines and Lincoln are tied up at 0. Waterloo leads Green Bay 1-0 with 13:52 left to go in the first. Cedar Rapids and Dubuque are tied up at 1. And then Tri-City leads Omaha 1-0, just under 7 minutes into that one. Yeah, Tri-City. They already took the lead 1-0 over Omaha 2 minutes and 48 seconds in. Just like that, they're leading 1-0 already. That's oh God, I just got a text from my Uncle Greg saying, forgot to tell you that I put the case of waters on the chair on your front porch. Well, they're probably frozen now. Now it's 36 degrees, so they're probably not. They're still sitting there, I'm sure. I'll get those in a minute, Uncle Greg, once I'm done with this. But yeah, see, the funny thing is, Omaha, they're going to be playing Tri-City tonight, and then they're going to be back in Tri-City tomorrow night. This is just awesome. I'm sorry, but I gotta admit, I'm loving every minute of this. Omaha sucking, because this is just pathetic. I mean, if we were to play them in the Clark Cup Finals, we'd probably outscore them, 16-3 probably, and in a sweep of 3 out of 5. So, yeah, but unfortunately that cannot happen, nor would it probably ever happen, honestly. Although we did play Omaha in 2002 for the Clark Cup, and we won in overtime. I believe that was game 5 too in OT. So, hey. NHL scores, only 3 games on tonight. Usually a very quiet Friday night in the league. Right now, I don't know. It shows Pittsburgh at Minnesota. It says at 8 p.m. Eastern. Well, it's 8:16 p.m. Eastern so far. I don't know if the game started yet or not, or it could just be my Wi-Fi going a bit crazy too. But that wouldn't explain why all the other scores updated. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself there. But Rangers are at the Blackhawks here in about, half an hour if things go according to plan. And then the Oilers got their 16-game winning streak snapped the other night by Vegas. So tonight they're going to play the Ducks at 10 p.m. Eastern there. Yeah. NBA scores at the half. The Hawks lead the 76ers 73-56. Raptors lead the Rockets 36-33 with 9:56 left to go in the second quarter. The Celtics lead the Wizards 43-39. The Bucks lead the Hornets 14-6. They're just getting started there. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, the Nuggets will be at the Kings. And then at 10:30 p.m., the Pelicans at the Lakers. College hoops now. VCU leads Dayton 42-35 with 12:37 left to go in the second half. This is college hoops, men's. Nevada leads San Diego State 8-3, 14:41 left to go in the first half. And then women's hoops, that's at least in top 25 action. That's not going to kick off here for another 45 minutes probably, because we've got Oregon at Colorado. Then we've got Oregon State at Utah. And those are both at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then at 10 p.m., Stanford's at Washington, as well as Arizona State at USC. And then at 11 p.m. Eastern, Arizona is at UCLA. So, yeah, college hoops late, obviously. Play very late at night at women's level, obviously. So, yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think we're going to do a stream tomorrow. I think we'll do Gigantic Saturday tomorrow night between the Muskies and Sioux Falls. Like I said, I was going to wait, obviously, but I wasn't going to do that to get caught up. But you know what? I'm not doing anything next Sunday night or the Sunday night following that. So I'll just make up those videos that I have to, those 2 videos that I really wanted to get done then. And you know what? I'm going to push the $2 million drop lives that I was going to do. We're going to push those back to Sunday night, the 18th. And then what I might do here is, yeah. And then we'll do we'll do the season finale of the $1 Million Drop Live on February 25th. Oh, wait, no, the Muskies play February 25th. Yeah, in Sioux City. There we go. I had to spit out my words there. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'll figure it out. I'm trying to figure out my filming schedule. It's always now with my dad's health issues and stuff. I'm really behind on. In fact, I've only started filming 2 episodes of one show, and that's really it in terms of stuff, because I've been, trying to help him out and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, at this point, things could be changing. Very big changes here in my life. Well, I guess really in my dad's life too, because of his health issues. Things could be changing really, really fast, and they're not, as of right now, they're not really good changes for him. So that could mean less gigantic episodes. Film, at least, if I pre-film stuff, I can pause, if I need to go upstairs and do something real quick and then come back down and film. But yeah, safe to say, I have not gotten very much sleep at all these last couple of nights, because I have to wake up in the middle of the night to help him out. And it's just, with school and stuff, it's just like, and then trying to prepare for Sunday, because I'm going to be doing an experiment with kind of making my own spotter charts, except for they'll be on like Word, and they're only going to have like stats from the regular season and the postseason on there, because it'll already have like their age, their college, and stuff like that, because I just copy and paste the roster from, I don't know why I use it, but ESPN.com, because it's got all the positions in order already. I don't have to click it a couple of times to get them in order. It's already there. So I just got to do a Control C, go onto the Word document, Control V, adjust things if I need to, and then just type in my own stuff after that. And it saves up some time, but obviously they don't take 10 minutes to do. I mean, probably an hour tops. So, but you know what? I'm going to try and realign my schedule for this weekend, so not only we can fit that, but we can also fit the Super Bowl. Well, we're going to call the Super Bowl Sunday, regardless of what happens tomorrow or tonight, or Sunday rather, excuse me. So yeah, no matter what, Super Bowl, we're going to have, right now, I said we're going to have Gigantic Saturday for now. We'll see what happens. I might have to do a different format with that. I think what I might have to do is that you might have to listen to the Muskies at Sioux Falls, and then I'll come back down in time to call Phoenix at Golden State, if that makes sense. Although I think my mom's working late tomorrow night, so we might be on a little bit later than anticipated. So we might already be at the end of the first period by the time we come on air tomorrow night. So yeah, and then the game's probably going to start during the second intermission / beginning of the third. It's between the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. So that's going to be the featured game tomorrow night. So yeah, and then that will be it for the NBA for a little while yet. I think we'll have one more NBA primetime game before we get into March Madness. So yeah, March Madness, the only time we call college basketball throughout the year. And last year, during our first year, we had some significant problems broadcasting the games to you all, or at least have my play-by-play reaction to it, to say the least. The sad thing about March Madness this year is that there's going to be no Jim Nantz, one of the best commentators of our time, of this, of this century for sure, and kind of my generation. I mean, gosh, Jim Nantz, he's been calling he called March Madness for over 30 years, and now, that he's just not going to do. I actually just rewatched the video here about a couple hours ago of him watching the One Shining Moment for one final time. Gosh. But you know what? Iron Eagle, goated commentator, to say the least. Goated commentator, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I think March Madness will be just fine. Obviously, we'll miss Jim, but you know what? We'll still have Bill Raftery. So you know what? That's all I care about. I love that man and his onions. I'm telling you that now. He's gonna outlive everybody, to say the least. Hopefully, he's around for quite a long time. Hopefully, when I get up there, in terms of calling March Madness for real, he'll still be around, and I'll be calling the game with him. Obviously, that may or may not happen. We'll see how this sports broadcasting gig comes out for me. So yeah. Anyway, make sure to join us here. Don't worry, it's just about I ain't got it. I'm not holding anyone hostage or anything like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go eat my dinner now. So yeah, because it's 7:24 p.m. Central here, and my eating schedule has just been off the rails today. I didn't have lunch until like 2:30, so I might have a pizza tonight. I don't know. I might, what? I might just have like a TV. I'm honestly not really that hungry, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna eat and when I'm gonna eat, but yeah. So anyway, I better wrap things up. This went way longer than I expected, but stay tuned now for RVN movie night. We're gonna be featuring the Terminator. So yeah, watch out for that, and then we will see you tomorrow night. Count on it being about 7:45 p.m. Eastern, sometime between 7:30 and 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, just join us for that. Good night. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.